Many of you are asking me what the releases are, because I talk a lot about releases. So what are they exactly? And where can you find them? Plus, how can you do it on your own? Well, 2 years ago, I removed them all from the internet, because before they were openly available, but as it turned out, that was not a very wise thing of me to do. But first of all, what is a release? So a release is basically getting in contact with an emotion that the brain perceives as a danger, and as a consequence, the brain creates symptoms to protect you, such as pain and fatigue. So with a release session, we try to bring you in contact, and then you find exactly why you are in a state of resistance or stress, because the nervous system is dysregulated. I mean, that's what everyone is saying, but it's for a very good reason. You're in a state of resistance against emotions, and thus you experience a stressed nervous system and symptoms. That means that getting in contact with the emotion and resolving it will calm you down and will stop the symptoms. And that's exactly how it works. But it's not that straightforward, because when I put it online for everyone to do in the past, I got a few good stories, but also a lot of negative ones, because you need some preparation. You can't just do this on your own. This is like going to the therapist on day one and asking them to do an EMDR session with you without any knowledge, without any preparation. What happens then is that the brain, the limbic brain, perceives that emotion that you're almost going to experience because we trigger you to feel it, and as a result, it's going to create more symptoms. But if you don't understand the mind-body connection, the symptoms, then you might be very shocked with this. Suddenly your symptoms amplify, and you don't know what to do. So then what? Then you might become angry at me. Maybe it was already angry, but you're putting it on me because I am the one responsible for a relapse. But if you really understand, if you really know exactly that this anger is causing symptoms, then you're so empowered. But it doesn't really work like that, because pretty funny story actually. Maybe I shouldn't share this. There is this influencer, a woman, and she did one of the release sessions 3 years ago. And for my business, it would have been better if I sort of prevented her from doing that, because she had an extreme relapse, although she was already having a program. Because she basically was all about recovery. And recovery is about controlling yourself, constricting life, making your stress levels go lower, making you live in a certain way, in a certain framework that you're not fully living. But we don't want that. We want you to fully live, and therefore there is no other option for you than to heal these emotions, to become one with it, to become very emotional during the process. So you shake, shiver, cry. It's actually a very beautiful process to reconnect with a stressor that has been waiting inside of your body for over a decade or multiple decades, to then become symptom free. But without preparation, you don't get a soft landing. It's going to be very rough, extreme symptoms, and maybe you won't manage to release it all the way. So then you might be stuck with symptoms for a week until you have an appointment with your practitioner. So therefore, the preparation work in the program is all about making sure you've got good experiences with these emotions. And it doesn't really lead to anything. It seems pointless. But over the course of a few weeks, you really do brain retraining. I mean, this is real brain retraining, not distracting, to make sure that the brain will no longer perceive, well, it's always going to perceive the emotion as dangerous, but not that extreme. So you can actually go in and feel a little bit. And that makes it much easier for you to experience a release. And after the release, you feel so calm. Like people say, I'm an overthinker. Well, the thinking is going to be gone after the release. It's going to be quiet inside of you. It's going to be extremely beautiful. So then you're no longer an overthinker. So who are you then? Well, that's a thought then. But that's not something that you have to think about then. Tomorrow, I plan to do a Q&A. And you're more than welcome to ask me any type of question about emotional healing, about different techniques such as EMDR, inner child work, preparation work, etc. I would like to answer all your questions. So tomorrow in a live Q&A, and if you're watching this video in the future, then the live Q&A is already online, and you can go to the live tab of this YouTube channel and that's my dog and see what I'm going to say tomorrow, which is for me still not known. See you then. Bye.